So in today's juicy corner, we are going to be talking about how to know a very good blender. Now, blenders are defined as being strong or being how they call it, effective, depending on their power and their material. Now, you have to understand that the more the power of the blender, the more the things it can do. One. Another thing is also that it also depends on the electricity around the area. The more the power can also mean a lot of heat that the blender generates, and that is why for those of you that want to do juice businesses, you want to do smoothie businesses, we don't recommend that you use a blender that has a lot of power. Instead, you go for a lesser blender that can actually crush ice and does not generate a lot of heat. Or if you're going to use a blender that has a lot of power, use the blender and still blend with a blender that actually uses less power when you put the ice inside. Now let's get to work. So these are the blenders we are going to review today. We are not going to open them. We are going to see the Minmax England 4-in-1, the Lexica blender 500 watts. This is 500 watts. And we also have the Simbo multifunctional blender. This blender comes in different ways. This is the 1800 watts blender. Now it comes in 1800 watts, 2000 watts, 3000 watts, 4500 watts. That is how this one comes. Now let's talk about these blenders. What are the differences? Why will you choose this blender? Now, in case if you are in a house where you people crave for a lot of juice, all right, and you blend things, this is the kind of blender that you can use because it has a juice extractor and it actually has two small blenders. This one is to grind things. One is to grind things that are harder than, and the other one is to grind things that this one cannot grind. So dry stuff, these two cups, and this one is to grind your normal fresh stuff. So this is a good package for you guys at home to get. Now, this is one of the things that you should look before choosing the blender, the components of the blender. How will it benefit you in the house? How will it solve the problem that you're actually going through in the house? This is one of the things that you should look at. Now, looking at this blender, first thing you must note is that if you look straight at this blender, you see guaranteed German quality. This is a German quality blender. This is Lexica blender. Now, if you look here, you see unbreakable jar. It means the jar of the blender is so strong. In the next video, we are going to show you guys how even if this blender falls on the ground, it does not break the cup. It might have the same look like other blenders, but this one is built with high tensile strength, so it is unbreakable. The jar is unbreakable, and the machine down here is strong. It is good for smoothies, and it is 500 watts, but very good German quality with 12 months guarantee. I hope you're trying to understand the difference now. Now, based on this, it means this blender might be somehow expensive, although this one might be expensive than this one, but because of the properties of this blender, it might be somehow expensive if you are comparing both. They are both 500 watts. This one has more components. If this blender had this component, it would be more expensive than this one. So this blender is, the difference between this and this to buy is not that much. This one is expensive, but it's a very good blender to use in the house. It's not like the normal blenders that you have, the 300 watts. This is 500 watts. It does extremely well. I'm being practical because as a typical African man, most of us are moved by what we see on YouTube or what we see on TikTok or what we see on Facebook to buy some certain things. And you will see videos that this blender blends corn. Is true. It blends corn. It's true that it blends bottles and different things, but this blender was not meant to blend corn and bottles. That is what you should understand. And it gets hot very fast because it has more power. The watt is 1800 watts. The more the watts, the more hot the blender becomes, the hotter it becomes. Now, like a 3000 watts will be hotter than a 1800 watts. A 2200 watts will be hotter than this blender. A 4500 watts will be more hot than this blender. Now, let me give you an example. And these blenders, depending on who is actually producing them, get hot. And some of them have a security that they trip off when they are too hot. E.g., when comparing the Simbo blender and the Silvercrest blender, immediately the Silvercrest blender gets hot, it stops working. That is its own security. It stops working until the temperature comes down. But for the Simbo blender, it continues working. You might actually see fumes and smokes, but it continues working till it gets bad. So you understand what you are getting. The blender is strong, it's nice, but in as much as it's a machinery made by humans, it has its own defects which you need to understand. So please, before choosing a blender, first of all, check. Another important thing is check the voltage of your area. Check the voltage of the blender. Check the appliances, the watts of your sockets and the watts of your extensions and stuff before buying, so you don't plug a 4500 watts blender to a 1500 watt extension or a 1500 watt stabilizer. Check these things. Also, depending on the purpose, do you want to make smoothies for sale? You want to make smoothies for the house that you're going to be patient to wait till it chills in the fridge? Or do you want to make instant smoothies? If you want to make instant smoothies, I'll actually recommend this one. It comes in 2 jars. I'll recommend this one. It's unbreakable. It has German quality. This particular blender. Now, if you want also the normal juice and normal things that other blenders can give, this one is good for you to get it. I hope you understand. So it's based on what you want to do that you're going to choose a blender. So if you've not subscribed to our channel, please subscribe, because we'll keep on giving you a lot of insights on kitchen products and how you can get effective kitchen products that will work for you based on the purpose you are getting them, and how not to spoil them and how to manage them. This is the best channel that educates you on all of that. Please don't forget, hit the subscribe button and follow us. So we hope this video actually has educated you and expanded your mind a lot on how to get your own blender. Don't forget to like and comment. Don't forget to subscribe. If you have any questions, post the questions down there in the comment section. If you want to get this, no matter where you are, if you are all over the world, we do deliveries all over the world now. Unlike before, where we were at one site, we do deliveries to America, to Europe, and we'll send directly to you guys. If you're in Cameroon, you get this thing. We are in Boya. We're in Boya and deliver all throughout all Cameroon. Don't forget to share this video to educate a friend, and also invite a friend to subscribe to our YouTube channel. God bless you, and God bless you, and God bless you.